We all hope that there's rewards for ethical living. But I think coming to terms with the fact that even living ethically, which we ought to, that should just be expected, that shouldn't be really rewarded. We're in this life to do good, to be sensitive and conscientious, and we shouldn't necessarily be rewarded for that because that's what's expected. If you do bad consciously, if you're acting in ways that are hurtful, harmful, unhealthy, you're not living as you ought to, right? I mean, if that's the way we ought to live, if we ought to live in ways that are harmful to people, deliberately damaging to people, if that's the way we're meant to live, well, then everyone has free rein to act in that way and feel good about it. Most of us have to participate on some level in some degree of unethical living. What we buy, where we shop, we don't know where our money is going. And oftentimes it could be going to people who are living unethically. We don't know who we're rewarding with our money. So we do participate on some level in unethical living, either consciously or not. We don't know where our chickens come from. And if that person or corporation is unethical in their practices, we're unintentionally contributing to bad practices. But if we're oblivious to it, does that mean we're complicit participants in a corrupt world? If we vote for someone that we think is positive, good for the world, but we may later learn that some of their actions were harmful, and then are we supposed to feel responsible for helping put that person in power? Well, we only acted on what we knew. So life is a series of decisions based on what we know, taking actions based on what we know, and our decisions and our actions may contribute to the unethical ways of the world. We must be okay with that to a point because we can't walk around feeling guilty if we're in a system where we don't have much choice. Then there are times where we do have choice to make more ethical purchases, put our money in ethical places, put our time and efforts towards ethical enterprises. And then there's times where we have no control. We need the job, we'll work for whoever. We don't care how they treat the planet, their workers, each other, their spouses. We don't care because we need to eat and pay rent. Life is oftentimes supporting unethical systems, people, companies, institutions without any choice because we have to survive.